Something's gone terribly wrong.
Oh, yeah?
I couldn't find a piece, so I used yellow.
Welcome back to my math vlog. In this video, we are gonna show you how to do some fun fractions while baking. Baking something that your children like. You can bake anything. You can bake cake, you can bake cookies, anything you like to bake. In this particular video, we are gonna bake some cookies, alrighty? So, we're gonna talk about fractions. This is a good time to expose your child to relevant meanings of fractions, like how you use fractions in everyday life. And so what I have over here is I posted on the John Sticky Jar the recipe for chocolate chip cookies. And as you can see, there are a lot of fractions involved in the recipe. We'll come back and we'll talk about the recipe later. But this recipe is for 12 cookies. And so you can actually modify the recipe to make it more. You can make it 24 cookies, 36 cookies, or whatever. So I also posted a
but can you make it like 6 cookies?
Yeah, you can make it 6 cookies too. So if you didn't want to do 12 cookies, you can make it 6 as well. So you can go smaller, you can go bigger. I'm always thinking about going bigger. If it's just you and your child at home, you can do 6 cookies, which means you will have to half the recipe. But if you want to make it bigger, 24 cookies, you might want to bake some cookies for the elderly. Now is a good time to bake things for the elderly and take it to them, since they have to be at home isolated. But if I want to make 24 cookies, then I would have to double the recipe. So
Public service announcement, make sure to tell them to wash their hands. They don't want that rolling.
yeah, so make sure you wash your hands and wear gloves if you have them when preparing it, because we may want to make sure we're not spreading germs. Alright, so TJ's ready to bake cookies. That's the fun part for him, but the fun part for me is actually teaching him the fractions. So this is a good time to talk to your child about actually measuring utensils. So these are measuring cups that I have here, and these are measuring spoons, and these spoons are teaspoons and tablespoons, teaspoons and tablespoons. But you can use the spoons to show them how, so like this is a 1/8 of a teaspoon, this is 1/4 of a teaspoon, this is 1/2 of a teaspoon, and this is 1 teaspoon. But you can use them to show them like 1/8 is smaller than 1/4. And children are used to thinking that 8 is bigger than 4. So you can get them to understand that the bigger the denominator, the smaller it is. So like this is 1/8 and this is 1/4. The denominator of 8 is bigger, but it's actually a smaller measuring size than 1/4. Alright, and then 1/4, 4 is bigger than 2. So since the denominator is bigger, 1/4 is actually a smaller measurement than 1/2. So you can use this time to talk about that with them, and also just to show them the difference between teaspoons and tablespoons. So this is 1 tablespoon, this is 1 teaspoon. Which one is bigger, TJ, the tablespoon or the teaspoon?
Tablespoon.
The tablespoon. So they can see that a tablespoon is bigger than a teaspoon. Also here I have cups. This is 1 cup. This is 1/4 of a cup. So I could also take this time to show them that 4 1/4 cups is equal to this 1 cup. Because if I add these, 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, that equals 4/4, which is actually equal to 1 whole. So here again, you're actually showing them the concept of adding fractions with the same denominator. So 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4 is equal to 1. That's 4 1/4 cups equal to 1. And so this could come from the standpoint of adding fractions, but it could also come from the standpoint of multiplying fractions, which is what your middle school age children typically do in their math curriculum. So if I wanted to double this recipe, I could show them, and I have a marker somewhere. Here's my marker. I could show them by doing 1/2 plus 1/2, or I could show them by doing 1/2 times 2. So let me pull out my chart paper here for you guys. So I could do 1/2 plus 1/2 to double my recipe. And that is, if the denominator is the same, you keep the same denominator and you add the numerators. That's 2/2, which is equal to 1. Or if I wanted to do multiplying fractions, I would do 1/2 times 2. when you multiply fractions, you multiply across. 2 is the same as saying 2 over 1. So 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 times 1 is 2. 2 over 2 is equal to 1. So you can come at this from the standpoint of adding fractions or multiplying fractions to change your recipe up. So again, this is all math, all fractions, and this all goes into the baking part. So you want to give them this first before they get excited and get going with the cookies. Talk about the math part first and then go into the baking part. So TJ, you ready to get the baking going on? Putting the cookies together? So TJ has this picture of his cookies right here.
6 cookies because I'm 6 years old.
Oh, he made 6 cookies because he's 6 years old. So does that mean you want 6 cookies?
I want a lot of cookies.
You want a lot of cookies? Alright, so we're going to get started in just a few. So also, if you wanted to take like the number of walnuts, pecans, it requires 2/3 cup. You can double that by adding 2/3. And that will become 4/3. Or again, you can multiply by 2. 2/3 times 2. That's multiplication. That's 2 over 1. That's 4 over 3. Now the good thing about this is that 4 over 3 is an improper fraction. So you can also have them convert from improper fraction to mixed number. So you will take a whole out, which a whole is 3 over 3. So if you was to take 3 over 3 out and make it a whole, then that will become 1 whole. If you take out 3 here, you're left with 1 on top, 1/3. So basically, 4/3 can be written as 3/3 plus 1/3. 3/3 is 1. That's 1 plus 1/3, which is 1 and 1/3. So another lesson in here is converting from mixed numbers to improper fractions. That's another lesson here. Alright, so we're about to get started. We're actually going to make the 12 cookies. We're not going to go overboard this time. So the first thing on our recipe is a half cup of butter. TJ want to do the 24 cookies. So we're going to get a knife. And another thing is, so this is not butter, but this is what we're using for butter. There's also measurements on here. It has 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon. It tells you 1/4 the cup is equal to 4 teaspoons. We actually want a half a cup. A half a cup of butter, a half a cup is equal to 8 teaspoons. TJ, count these teaspoons for me. How many teaspoons is that? Count. That's 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So 8 teaspoons is a half a cup. So we want to take this whole thing, this whole stick. We want to put it in our measuring cup and we're going to stick it in the microwave. I did wash my hands, y'all, before we started. We're going to take this, stick it in the microwave. And we're going to put it in there for 30 seconds and let that work. While that's melting, we're going to go to our sugar. So TJ, you want to get the 1. How much does this say? How much sugar?
1, 2/2.
1/2, which is 1/2. So again, this is where you teach your children how to actually say 1/2, and those are all 1/4. But I have a half here. So this is a half, and so what we need to do is pour a half a cup of sugar in there. So hold it on the counter. That way if we waste it, it's on the counter and not on the floor. Alright. You're going to take that, TJ, and pour it inside the bowl. I'm going to get the butter. My butter is melting. Maybe 2 more seconds on the butter. Alright, now we need brown sugar. We need the same thing, a half a cup of brown sugar, yep. Brown sugar.
A lot?
Yep. Alright, take that and pour it in the bowl. There you go. Alright, now we need an egg. 1 egg. So I'm going, my butter over there popping, y'all. 1 egg. Crack. So again, this is just something fun to do with the kids, but at the same time, it's learning. You're learning at the same time because we're learning about fractions. Alright, 1 teaspoon. Alright, TJ, we need 1 teaspoon. So you remember, TBS stands for tablespoon and TSP stands for teaspoon. So which one of those
But what's the first one?
We're looking for the one that says 1. So you see both of these have 1. We're looking for the one that says teaspoon, TSP. Which one says TSP?
This one.
So this is 1 teaspoon. So you're going to hold that. We want 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and we have imitation vanilla extract. Alright, so hold it up over the bowl. You ready? Okay. Alright, pour it in there. There you go. 1 teaspoon. We need a teaspoon. Keep that same spoon, TJ, and rinse it out. Be careful though, because the water is going to start pouring hot. This is hot.
That was the water coming out.
Alright, so I'm going to cut it down some. We need 1 teaspoon of hot water. So can you fill it up? Okay, let me go a little slower. Alright, you got it full? Alright, now can you...
Balance it, don't spill it.
Don't spill it.
Don't spill it. The ultimate challenge, TJ. Get yourself under composure, son.
Come on.
You made it.
1 teaspoon of hot water. Alright, come on, pour your butter in. Hold it, pour your butter in. Good job. Alright. Now look at this, TJ. This says 1 over what? 1 over 4 teaspoons of salt. So we need to look at these and see which one says 1 over 4. Can you see the 1 over 4? Which one? That one, yes. So hold that. And we need that to be salt. Hold it over the bowl on the floor. Alright. Pour it in, yes. Alright. Then we need 1 and 1 over 2. You see this? 1 and 1/2 cups of flour. Alright. So we want to look for the one that says 1 and 1/2. Can you show me the one that says 1? 1 by itself.
What, this one?
And then 1 over 2. Which one says 1 over 2? Alright, so we need those 2, and we need those in flour. So I'm going to pour both of those, flour in both of those.
Sandy, something's gone terribly wrong.
Flour is not making noise.
That's alright. Alright, now pour both of those in there. Alright.
You use a lot of sugar.
Yep. So now the last two things we're gonna need are chocolate chips and walnuts, pecans. But our butter is still hot, so I'm gonna let TJ go ahead and stir it up. So TJ, start stirring.
Stir.
Alright, you ain't gotta mix her. Say Mary mix them up. Just stir cookies. Get it in there, son. Whip it in there. This is your chef debut. Hold the bowl, and you see all them white parts right there. Make sure you get the white parts mixed in with the wet stuff. You don't want nothing dry in there. Get it wet. Knock it in there, even if you gotta do something. Alright, to knock it in there. See, like right here. Watch this. Let me show you. Look at that. Look how I scraped him. Look how I scraped him that size there.
What about that?
Don't worry about that. I'm gonna get to it. It's called give it some time. You see that? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
What about Taji sometimes?
Okay, here you go, son. Get to work.
So we got pecan halves, and they need to be chopped up. So I'm gonna get this.
Keep it simple. I would dump them in a Ziploc
and crunch
and mash them.
Okay.
That's all you gotta do. Y'all see how to work that?
I was definitely about to take the end of the knife and crunch them.
I call you my mom.
TJ, you're supposed to be stirring.
Look at it, Mom. Look at it.
So you said Like this. You struggling?
Joe, you ready to destroy the pecan?
Yeah. Oh, smell.
Let's go. Go across the bag. Wherever you see a full one, make sure you bust them up. There you go. We don't want to stay too long on them. Just bust them up real good. Make sure you see if you see a whole one. Make sure he get broken up and move on to the next victim. Good job, son.
Oh, still whole.
Dodo. Dodo, what's up? Say hey to the camera.
Hey, the camera.
Alright, I think that'll do it, son.
I just washed out the 1 cup again because we had flour all in it. But the next thing on our list is 1 cup of chocolate chips. So I have some chocolate chips here I'm gonna pour in there. And I'm just getting this ready for TJ. I'm gonna let him pour it in there. And then he crunched up the pecans and it says we need 2/3 cup of pecans. And I have a 2/3 cup over there. Oh look, TJ, these
Got some
are
chocolate
ready
chips
to pour in
that,
there.
son.
You gotta smell it.
Oh, that's fetish. Now dump it.
Uh-oh, you dropping chocolate chips on the floor. Look, Dorman like, I'll get it.
Wait. After something, Mama. Something.
Look at my oldest son right there, y'all. You got something to say to the camera. Yeah, we got you the do-rag on. Yeah.
So then we need 2/3 cup of pecans. So if you have nut allergies, you might want to skip this step. But we like it all. Huh, TJ, there you go. Pour it in there. Alright, so we got our chocolate chips and our pecans in. Alright, TJ, start stirring. Yeah, I'm gonna start pouring this in the dishwasher while he's in the sink. While he's stirring. Listen, if you do it hold it like this, it makes it a little easier. See, look, try it like that. Yeah.
Alright, Mama, you can go first.
It is a little hard to stir now with the pecans and the chocolate chips in there.
All I know, TJ, these cookies better come out good. They don't come out
good.
good, you got 50 push-ups.
Oh!
You can handle that challenge?
Wait a minute. No, it don't come out good. Mama got this.
You gonna blame it on me if they don't come out good?
24 jumping jacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So
What's up, boys?
Because Mama wants to do this. What's up?
we have some
Chillin'.
bacon cheeks. Some bacon cheeks are gonna line down. It might be too big, but that's okay.
So, shit, you don't think we should icebox the
The dough?
To
We
get it
can.
I get it.
a little smooth there.
Mix up.
Right. We'll put it in the ice box and let it chill for a little bit.
And we'll just chill out.
Yeah, and just hang out until it's time to get to it.
Uh-huh.
Alright, say, look, tell them, say, we'll see you when it's ready.
Wait.
Now throw the do sign up.
I want us to put this on there. I want us to start out.
Take a picture. Car.
So y'all, instead of going for the cookies that's already pre-made, just make your own at home next time. And it's much funner, and you can incorporate math into it as well. Alright, we're gonna pull the
Sandy, something's gone terribly
pick
wrong.
it up out. Give my baby the yogurt so he can leave it alone. Huh, here go your yogurt. Huh, yogurt?
Oh,
Look, strawberry.
thank you.
You're welcome. Now let's close the refrigerator. Alright. And I'm going here and grab me a pair of gloves just in case I gotta touch. And I have a cookie scooper. I washed it off. So let me dry it off. Alright, we're just gonna scoop the cookies. It's supposed to make 12 cookies, but we're gonna make how many we can. And just make little balls. That's a big ball, huh? I think this is gonna make.
You double scooped it. See how you double scooped it?
I think it's gonna make more than 12 cookies. So my pan might be too little. So we'll just make one pan.
Leftovers are always good. Leftover cookie dough, you know. Quarantined in the house.
Getting fat.
Yeah, you know it.
Eating up everything. Cooking and eating up everything. It's still kind of gooey. Probably because it sit a little longer, but this is fine.
Sandy, something's gone terribly wrong.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. And then we're gonna stick them in the oven. Alright, and we're gonna wait for them to bake. We'll show you what they look like when they finish. Alright, so y'all, when the cookies came out, something wasn't right about them. If you could look, it didn't look like a cookie. I mean, it looked like a cookie, but it was something was missing. And I looked back in my recipe and I was like, did I miss something? And I noticed that I had baking soda on one, but not on the other. So I forgot to put some baking soda in. So I went back and added a little baking soda. So I'm gonna mix this up and put these in the oven and see how they come out, if they come out any different. But I did taste the cookie and it did taste good. They taste good. They just look a little different. Tastes good still. Alright y'all, so this is the new batch of cookies after putting the baking powder in. It looks a little better and it tastes a little better. So y'all give it a try. So remember, instead of going and buying out pre-bought chocolate chip cookies, you can bake your own chocolate chip cookies from scratch at home. If you like these videos, I'm chewing on my chocolate chip cookie. If you like these videos where we're showing you practical strategies for working on math at home with your kids, showing them how math is relevant, then make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment and let me know what topics you're struggling with teaching your kids math. If there's any topic you want me to cover, I'll cover those as well, so put them in the comments below. Thank you for tuning in and I'll see y'all in the next video.